All right, we've got tight end Travis Vokolek here, and let me know if you have questions for Travis. First one, Brian Christopherson, 24/7.
Hey, Travis, after that game, Scott Frost was talking about, needing to have a passion every rep basically, and every time you're out there and holding guys accountable. How have you seen your fellow peers respond to that when Coach Frost talks to you about that and reaching that standard?
Yeah, I think guys have responded decently with that. I think it kind of fires guys up when Coach Frost is asking us to do that. So yeah.
I mean, after like Friday's game, does it show to you in the locker room just how much it kills them to be on the wrong end of that?
Yeah, it sucks. No one came here to lose games, and especially to Iowa. Big rivalry, and it stung a little more than the other games. But we got 3 more opportunities here to go out and try and win out.
Thank you.
Yep.
Kevin Suits, KOLN.
Travis, just curious how quickly and abruptly the game ended on Friday. You guys had the ball and you were moving the ball down the field and into Iowa territory. Did it just seem like all of a sudden it was over? And you just mentioned the sting of that loss. Do you still feel it today, or have you moved past it?
Yeah. With that last drive, we were all planning on going down there and winning the game, definitely scoring, and unfortunately it didn't go that way. But we've watched the tape, we've learned from our mistakes, and we're moving on, getting ready for Purdue this weekend.
Next up, Parker Gabriel, Lincoln Journal-Star.
Hey, Travis, obviously you guys have had both Adrian and Luke start games this year, replace each other during games, but this was the first time we sort of saw what looked like a structured timeshare. How did you think that worked overall from your perspective, and does it make any difference at all for you, depending on who's in the game?
Yeah, I trust both those guys. They know how to run our offense. I trust our coaches with how they're dealing with the playing time of both. So I don't want to say it matters because we're going in there and both those guys can make plays, and so I trust both of them.
Mitch Sherman, The Athletic.
Do you notice, Travis, to follow up on that, do you notice a pace change? Is there a boost of momentum when one guy comes in? Not one guy in particular, but when you switch, is there just something about like the flow of the offense, good or bad, that can happen when there's a change made, whether it's in a series, in the middle of a series, as you did once, or as possessions change?
Yeah, both guys are fiery guys, so I wouldn't say there's a huge change. I think Luke runs offense a little quicker than Adrian, but I don't think that's a huge change. That's not a negative or positive. So I think, yeah.
Lincoln Journal-Star, Steve Sipple.
You mentioned the Iowa rivalry. How much did you feel that on Friday? And is there any concern that you have about duplicating that sort of energy against Purdue?
Yeah, I think we definitely have to continue, how we practiced last week. We practiced hard. I think that was one of our better weeks of practice. And the guys were fired up. Iowa's a big game. I think we got to approach every game like it's an Iowa week. So hopefully we can continue to do that these next 3 weeks.
Thank you.
Other questions for Travis?